Travis Country, Austin, Texas. People don't just move here, they come home. Wait, there's a private school inside the neighborhood, and the Barton Creek Greenbelt is literally your backyard. 6.5 miles from downtown, established trees, real community. And right now, prices are down 4.3% from last year. Let's talk about Travis Country. Okay, so where exactly is Travis Country? Because I feel like I've heard the name, but I couldn't put it on a map. Southwest Austin. Think MoPac on the east side, Southwest Parkway to the south, Foster Ranch Road on the west. And then, this is the part people love, the Barton Creek Greenbelt forms the entire northern edge of the neighborhood. So the Greenbelt is the border, the Greenbelt is the backyard, and from the neighborhood gate to the trailhead, you're walking, no car required. 6.5 miles from downtown, though. That's not far. 15 minutes off peak on MoPac. I've done it 100 times. Jonathan, you always say Travis Country has a story. It's not just another Southwest Austin subdivision. What do you mean by that? It was built in 1972, first environmentally planned neighborhood in Austin. The developer, guy named Dick Carrington, built the whole thing around protecting the Edwards Aquifer recharge zone underneath the land, which means he had to preserve green space, massive amounts of it. That's where the trails, the wildflower preserve, the creek, all of it comes from. It wasn't a marketing decision, it was an environmental mandate. And 50 years later, you got live oak trees that are, some of them are taller than the houses. That's not something you can build from scratch. You literally cannot. That's the point. Okay, I need to understand the greenbelt thing better because you just said backyard, and I want to make sure I'm not misunderstanding. So there's a gate, Copperwood Gate. Residents get a key for $5 through the HOA. $5, $5. And that key takes you straight into 12 plus miles of Barton Creek Greenbelt trails, hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing, swimming holes. The Hill of Life is in there, which, if you're a trail runner in Austin, you already know what that means. And you can get to Barton Springs and Zilker from those trails? Eventually, yes. It's a connected system. People literally bike to Barton Springs from their backyard. That is objectively insane in a good way. And beyond the Greenbelt, inside the neighborhood, there's the Sycamore Creek Nature Trail. Mile and a half of paved and natural trail that connects the two HOA amenity centers. Wait, two amenity centers, Blue Valley and Hilltop, two completely separate complexes. Blue Valley has a main pool with lap lanes, a diving pool, a separate baby pool, 6 lighted tennis courts, basketball, picnic areas, a pond where kids feed ducks. Hilltop has its own pool, 2 more tennis courts, playground, open green space, 8 tennis courts total, 8 total, and you're not paying luxury HOA money for it. The fee is genuinely reasonable. How is this not on everyone's radar? That's what we're here for. Rebecca, you know what I love about Travis Country? The community actually does things, like real neighborhood stuff. What kind of things? There's a 4th of July parade, an Easter egg hunt, a Father's Day ice cream social. There's a shark swim team for the kids, book club, bunco club, bunco club. That is very neighborhood, the most neighborhood. But the point is, this isn't a place where people wave at their neighbor once a year. People know each other. Some of them grew up here and moved back to raise their own kids. That's the thing that's hard to put a price on completely. And it shows up in how stable the neighborhood is. People don't leave. So let's talk about who actually lives here. About 9,300 residents, 3,100 households, median age of 43, average household size just under 3. So primarily families, dual income tech professionals, some retirees. It's genuinely mixed in a way that newer master planned communities aren't. You'll have someone in their 70s who's been there since 1985, living next door to a couple who just relocated from San Francisco. The California buyers love it, obsessed with it. They say it reminds them of Marin County, the greenery, the mature trees, the trail culture, minus the price tag and the taxes. Don't get me started, still lower than California, even at 2.04%. Okay, Jonathan, schools. I know this is the question for a lot of people looking in Southwest Austin. What's the real answer, honest answer? Travis Country is Austin ISD, not Eanes ISD. Oak Hill Elementary, O. Henry Middle, Austin High School. Ratings in the 5 to 7 out of 10 range on great schools. And Eanes is the one everyone talks about, Westlake High and all that. Westlake High is 9 out of 10. It's a legitimate difference. If public school ratings are your number one criteria, I will tell you to look at Westlake Hills or Davenport Ranch, and I will also tell you to budget a lot more money. So, what do Travis country families do? A lot of them go private, and here's where it gets interesting. Regents School of Austin, classical Christian school, one of the most well regarded private schools in the city. Okay, it's inside the neighborhood, physically located within Travis country. That's not normal. That is completely not normal. You can walk your kid to a top tier private school from your house. There's also St. Andrew's Episcopal School right on Southwest Parkway, another excellent option. So the families who prefer private education don't have to compromise on proximity or quality. That basically solves the school problem. It neutralizes it. That's the word I use. It neutralizes the AISD versus Eanes conversation for families willing to go private, and they're saving enough on the purchase price compared to Westlake that private school tuition is very manageable. Let's talk about getting to work because Travis Country is in Southwest Austin, and I know people worry about commute. MoPac is your main artery. You're right at the on ramp. Downtown is 15 minutes off peak. The Domain, where Amazon, Indeed, Meta, Google all have offices, that's about 30 to 40 minutes going north on MoPac. And NXP Semiconductors is basically next door, right? 1 to 2 miles. Their US headquarters is at 6501 William Cannon Drive West. Same zip code, 78735. Travis Country sits right in the middle of Austin's tech commute corridor. Apple, Dell, IBM, all accessible within 25 to 35 minutes, depending on traffic and time of day. And if you're hybrid or fully remote, you're just enjoying the Greenbelt. Can we talk about what the neighborhood actually looks like? Because when I hear master planned community, I picture every house looking the same. Travis Country is the opposite of that. It was built in 4 phases over 4 decades, the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. So you've got styles from every era, so it's actually varied. The older sections have those great single story ranch homes, low roofs, wood beams, wide lots, skylight vibes from the 70s. Then the 80s brought in more brick. The 90s gave you traditional 2 stories, and a lot of them have been updated. Modern kitchen, open layout, but they kept the original character. Brick fireplaces, exposed beams. I love that. It's the kind of house that has history, and in a neighborhood with 50-year-old live oaks in the backyard that matters. Price range is roughly 600,000 on the low end. Smaller homes, older stock, good bones, up to 1.2 million and above for the fully updated larger lots, maybe backing to the green belt. What's the median right now? Redfin has it at 827,500 as of March 2026, down 4.3% year over year. The listing median is running closer to 900,000 in the 78735 zip. So prices have come down. They have. From the 2022 peak, the correction has been significant. But here's what's interesting. The sale to list ratio in Travis Country is 97.8%. Homes are selling close to asking. What does that mean for a buyer? It means there's room to negotiate. The market is softer, but sellers aren't giving houses away. The quality is holding the floor. Jonathan, what's the hill country connection? Because when I drive through Travis Country, it doesn't feel like flat suburban Austin. That's the Edwards Plateau. Travis Country sits right at the eastern edge of the Texas Hill Country. You've got the limestone terrain, cedar trees, rolling topography. That's not landscaping. That's what the land looks like. The wildflower preserve inside the neighborhood, native Texas plants, hummingbirds in season, monarch butterflies. You'll see white-tailed deer, armadillo. It's genuinely wild in the middle of a neighborhood 6.5 miles from downtown Austin. Okay, I have to be honest. I did not expect that. Nobody does until they drive through it. And then they call me. There it is. Help me understand who this is not for because I don't want to just hear the pitch. I want the honest version, fair. If your number one priority is the best rated public schools in Austin, you want Eanes ISD, Westlake, Davenport Ranch. That's your call. You'll pay more, in some cases a lot more. But Westlake High is a 9 out of 10 for a reason. What else? If you want brand new construction with a modern floor plan and a builder warranty, Travis Country is fully built out. Nothing new is going up. You're buying existing homes from the 70s through the 2000s. They need maintenance. And if you want a gated community, open neighborhood, no gates, very approachable, which most buyers see as a positive. But if you specifically want a guarded entry, this isn't it. Okay, I appreciate that. Yes, and here's exactly why. Travis Country gives you direct access to 12 miles of Barton Creek Greenbelt trails from your own neighborhood. It's 6.5 miles from downtown Austin. There's a top private school physically inside the subdivision. You have two HOA amenity centers, pools, 8 tennis courts, a connecting trail. The neighborhood has been established since 1972 and still runs an Easter egg hunt and a 4th of July parade. Prices are running 800 to 900,000 with room to negotiate in the current market. You're getting mature trees, hill country terrain, and a neighborhood that has genuine community identity, not marketing copy. If you want nature, convenience, and community without paying Westlake prices, Travis Country is one of the best answers in Austin. That was very direct. We appreciate direct. Okay, let's do the neighborhood comparison because I know people are thinking it. Travis Country is known for three things. First, direct Barton Creek Greenbelt access. Residents walk into one of Austin's best trail systems from inside the neighborhood through a resident gate. Second, being Austin's original environmentally planned community, founded in 1972 on a mandate to protect the Edwards Aquifer, which is why you have 50-year-old live oaks, a wildflower preserve, creek corridors, and hill country terrain that newer neighborhoods simply cannot replicate. And third, the combination of mature community identity and an in-neighborhood private school, Regents School of Austin, which makes it uniquely attractive for families who want top-tier education without paying for an Eanes ISD zip code. Travis Country, 78735, Southwest Austin. Founded 1972, Austin's first environmentally planned neighborhood. All right, if anything in this video made you stop scrolling, here is exactly what you do next.